So, good morning everybody. Myself Acharya Vishvendra, and today I'm going to discuss a worksheet on optimal physics. So, let's begin with the worksheet. So, the first question is optimal ncert physics. So, why and how? So, the first point is because ncert books, as you might have seen, that they have very complex language and they are too concise and sometimes need further elaboration for complete understanding. So this book has been developed keeping in mind the tough and complex language of ncert books, the wide syllabus that they covers, and they consumes a lot of time and energy, which often makes students anxious and they are unable to complete ncert. And most of students often forget ncert and they just give up. So we have just worked on this concept and have prepared the questions from each line of ncert so that you can directly prepare in terms of question answer, which is the required pattern for cracking competitive exams like JEE and NEET. So because of these complexities, optimal ncert physics can be of great use to you. You can optimize your time and energy to learn ncert and to complete it within a short span of time. Next is optimal ncert physics saves your precious time and energy, as I have already discussed. Then another key factor is any chapter can be mastered within a few hours. Within a few hours after completing the questions, which are normally 300 to 400 questions per chapter on an average. So those questions will take you about several hours, let's say 4 to 5 hours on an average. And during working for those 4 to 5 hours, you can completely master the ncert. There is no need of further reading ncert if you do these questions. So this is the benefit of optimal ncert physics. Next is covers each line, as I have already explained. Now it is that how you can use it. So the first thing is that you can search optimal ncert physics by Acharya Vishwendra. You can Google it. I have my books with the same name over here. You can search over there. Then you just cover each chapter in a single setting. As I explained earlier, that each chapter is comprising of 300 to 350 questions, and you make sure that it's possible to cover the entire chapter in a single setting, and if not possible, then cover it in parts, but make sure that you cover most of the question in minimum number of settings. Then is revise at least 3 times. So once you have completed all the questions, so at least revise them 3 times, because learning is checked when we are able to retain what we learned. Learning is not a single step process. Learning is about implementation, because if you are not able to implement what you learned, so learning is of no use. So this is how life is. So you should also revise at least 3 times all the questions that you have done through the books. Then is practice given MCQs. So after revising the questions, then practice questions orally, because if you have done all the questions, then you should take very less time to complete them. Even if you have done with good concentration, then you will memorize most of the answers also, and without calculation you can answer. So that shows what level of expertise you have got over there. Next is repeat step 1 to 5 for further benefit and for further improving your performance and your speed basically. And optimal ncert physics is a boon to the NEET students, because most of the questions asked in NEET, except for 2025 exam, are from ncert itself. And if you have mastered ncert, then there is a good probability that you will score good in physics, and you can at least solve 30 to 35 questions, which is an optimal score in NEET physics. So that's how NEET physics can be of great use to the NEET students, ncert physics obviously. Then let's come to the question that why there are so many problems with physics, or what are the how to deal with problems of physics or physics questions. So if we categorize, the questions can be categorized as 3 types: the factual based question, the conceptual based question, and the tricks based question. Facts based questions means you just complete the entire syllabus within the limits of the syllabus, and you have at least a basic understanding of the facts related to the subject of physics. So this is done by optimal ncert physics, because it covers all the questions, every line of ncert, even the points to ponder, summary, the footnotes, so that there is a comprehensive and contemplative analysis involved over there. So all the factual based question you can cover up using optimal ncert physics. And in NEET exam also, or in even JEE exam, about 70 to 75% question are factual based questions. So if you have good retention capacity of retaining at least the basic questions, at least the fundamental concepts, fundamental terms, then you will be able to make it out. So that is how optimal ncert physics can be a boon to your preparation. Now let's analyze what we have done with the help of a question. So here is a block of mass 50 kg. It's placed on a surface, limiting friction coefficient 0.4, kinetic friction coefficient 0.2. And we need to find certain questions based on this. The first question is normal reaction. So if you draw the free body diagram of this block, normal reaction will be upward, weight 500 will be downward, and let's acceleration is 0. So net force is equal to mass into acceleration, Ay is 0. From here we get normal reaction is 500 Newton. Then is limiting friction. So limiting friction is F limiting is mu L into N. So 0.4 into 500, which is 200 Newton. Then is kinetic friction, it is mu K into N. So 0.2 into 500, which is 100 Newton. Then is acting friction. So acting friction depends on F. So if force is less than limiting friction, so body will not move. So that means acceleration will be 0. So friction will be minus of F because body is not moving over there. So and the friction will be static. Whereas if F is greater than limiting friction, then body will move and acceleration will be non-zero and friction will be kinetic. So you have seen that using the basic concepts, basic facts, we can solve this question quickly without going into any overthinking process, any stress, any anxiety. So the optimal ncert physics are just an optimization tool to reorient your brain wiring, to reorient your mind-brain algorithms for an optimized output and to optimize your time and energy for precious result in your exams. Thank you and have a nice day.